Now, this is, let me flip the board for you. Black to play. And this is not an end game at all. Black to play. And he has a nice tactic.
Right, so I'm looking at, is there any checks? Yeah. So queen takes knight. Um, queen to d4. Is there any captures? Well, there's one on e4, winning a pawn with check, take. I haven't castled. I'm wondering why.
Hmm.
Um, the rook's in the corner. Is there a fork? I don't. There's that much going on. It's like, where do I even start? That's the
It's a
trick.
very messy position. Very
So,
messy position, yeah.
so I've looked at the checks. There is one e3 with the queen, and I'm trying to see if I pick up a piece somewhere. And then where do they? It's so hard this because hold on. And then do they? The king moves to f1, and then queen e1. That's checkmate, isn't it?
Exactly.
Was that the right move, Rick?
Yes, it was a mate in two. I didn't tell you it was a mate in two, but it was a mate in two.
Oh, look at me. Get the bat. Here we go. We're going out tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Because a very messy position. The kings are both very exposed, but yeah, queen and knight is a lethal combination, and there is a nice mate in two available. King f1 only square, and then checkmate. Yeah,
Oh, so happy with
well,
that.
well done. We flip the board again because this is white to play.
Yeah, I think I've seen this. Um, yeah, I think you've given this position before. I can't remember, obviously, so it's new, but I have to take something. Take. So, take. Hold on. Take. Take. Do you need any checks? No, captures. Take this. Take back. Okay. If we take, I remember now the bishop on f8 to take, removing the defender. And then I pick up the knight on d7 to
Yeah, what's
takes,
takes and the knight take and knight is yeah. You want a piece.
removing the defender.
Yeah, exactly. Moving the defender of the knight. Okay, so yeah, I've given you this one before. I looked at my notes and I did not see that. So
No, it was still tough. It was still, I still couldn't quite, I just remembered it a bit.
yeah, okay. Well, what about this one? White to play.
Right, any checks? No. Any attacks? Sorry, any captures? Can we make a capture? No, no, no. Right. So I need to make. Where do I even start? Put on take. So there's no checks. There's no captures. Is that fair, Rick?
That's fair.
So I need to make an attack.
Yeah.
So can I put my queen somewhere that I can't even get a check in anywhere? No, I'm looking for a double attack. I'm looking for is there a fork? Uh, this is a bit tough. This one is.
Yeah, it
That's fair
is.
enough.
It is.
I don't like to go down without a fight. So, so I can see that the knight is undefended.
Excellent. Well spotted. That is indeed what you have to see. And that is the sore spot in black's position
Right.
indeed.
So, do I play bishop to b5, pinning, and then do we pick up? But then, oh yeah. So if he plays the queen, then it's
He plays the
to
queen where? He plays the queen where?
d7, let's say. But then it's attackers versus defenders, and I win that. And then there's a pin as well, so he wouldn't play that. But I think it's bishop to b5 the first move,
It is.
right? So then what do they play? They can move the bishop
Which bishop to where?
c8 to b7. So I take. Oh yeah, then there's attackers versus defenders. So I take, take. I've won two pieces there.
Yeah. So again, when you say take, give me the move,
Right.
please.
Uh, b5 takes knight c6.
Yeah. Check.
B7 takes, but they don't have to, but let's
Yeah.
say they do. Obviously, we check. And then I take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's that's a so you spotted the unprotected piece, and the nice thing is that that knight is not attacked at all at the moment, but suddenly after bishop b5, it's attacked twice. It's a bit of a discovered attack almost, isn't it? The bishop is out of the way, and suddenly the queen attacks c6 as well, and you cannot play the knight away because it's pinned, so it's a disaster for black, and he's going to lose a piece on the next move.
You said that your friend says, you've got to spot, a loose piece like that in a second. I
Yeah.
did it there in 15. So hopefully over time, I'll get
No,
it to work.
that's perfectly fine. The fact that you spotted it is already great. But yeah, that is the sore spot in black. I presume he played maybe B6 as the last move or something, which is a terrible move.
Yeah.
Maybe wanting to play that, but he's just not on time because we have Bishop B5, and it's a disaster for black. Well done.
Brilliant.
Now let's do a bonus one,
Okay.
and then we call it a day. Black to play.
So I'm looking at the bishop on c5, which is unprotected.
Hmm.
I think again, these are just like lines I'm thinking of. I just thought of something silly like this is what my mind is. Bishop c7 to h2. Let's say the king takes, then I put queen on e5, which is it's just a swap. It's daft, really, but I quite like the 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 flow of it. I wouldn't play it because it amounts to nothing, but in training I can say it. Right, any checks? No. Any captures? No. 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 Right, so I've got to make an attack. Ah, right. Queen to e5, please. Threatening checkmate and taking a piece.
Yeah, a double attack.
Yes.
Yes.
How cool is that, Rick? Like, you got to take the small wins. It's like, I would have never answered them 6 months ago.
No, you won't have. And yeah, you saw straight away Bishop H2. You saw the idea, but you just play it in a different move order. Instead of giving away the bishop first, you play Queen E5 straight away, and you don't give the bishop first. But the effect is the same. It's a checkmate threat, and then lose piece. Yeah. No, you're right. 6 months ago, you would not have found it.
No, Rick, I'll be honest with you. You know me. We're going to have to get what I'm about to say in writing because I don't say it a lot. But I've absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed the chess this week. Playing it, going down to 926, coming back, seeing things, seeing opportunities, missing the opportunities, going like, there was a if we could we just go back to the last tactic, please? It's easy to explain what I would like to say because I thought of it. So I yeah, brilliant. I put my bishop on b5, and he had his pawn on b7, his black pawn on b7,
Okay.
and what he had is, sorry, I'm ruining the system here.
No, no,
Um,
I can do. Let's do it again. So this position
yeah.
then, yeah.
Then I put my white bishop c4 to b5.
Oh, sorry. I
So
got black to
yeah,
play. Hang on. Hang on. Need to fix it. It's white to play. There we go.
yeah. And then do you know what he did? He played pawn to b6. Right? I don't know. I'll be honest here. I missed it, because I thought that would never happen. You just don't think a blunder like that would happen, and it happened. Then I castled, and then I went, hold on, I went, oh, oh, and I wreck. So when I blunder now, don't get me wrong, there's still loads of blunders that I'm like, damn, I didn't see that. But there's some blunders that I always see straight after the move.
And that's why we have the checks, captures, attacks.
Oh no, oh no. And I'll be honest with you, like, it is sometimes hard to adopt it. Sometimes I get carried away. Sometimes I'll get very excited. So I've I've, I've got to, one way or another, Rick. I've got to sort that out because it provides so much structure that I need. But yeah, if I just looked, I would have gone boom, won the rook, won an exchange really. So yeah,
One in exchange, you win. First, you win a piece. Oh, hang on. You played castling.
oh yeah,
So you win a piece,
yeah,
and then you win
yeah,
an
the
exchange
rook,
after bishop d7. You
yeah,
take in a corner. So
yeah.
you
And I
really
missed
win
it.
a
And to
rook,
be
right?
honest,
You win a piece and then an exchange, which means you have won a rook.
and it was only 6 moves in. One, two, three. I went for the pin and he done that. And I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you, Rick, in Aran fashion, I think I lost the game. So I went from winning to losing in about, you know,
Yeah, well, that happens. That will happen again many times. It happens to me. It happens to grandmasters as well. As they say, the most difficult game to win is a winning game.
yeah,
There's one grandmaster who famously said, "I'm happy to play any position. Give me a complicated position. Give me a worse position. Give me a very cramped position. I'll play every position and I'll fight as hard as I can. But please don't give me a winning position because I don't know how to handle those."
yeah. And that's how I feel with the end game. I'm like, oh, here we go, But
Yeah.
look, look, I just want to end it on a positive note, Rick. Thanks for your support as always. It's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it, and onwards and upwards, really. And I wanted to do 1100 by Easter, to they say slowly is the quickest way to get to where you want to be. I don't want it to be a fluke where I get to 1100 and I've just people have resigned or that, like you said, the end game he didn't really know, but he could have put me in bad sorts. I want to work on my craft, get good, build every area up, and get to 1100. There. I don't want to just you know um so work on what we need to work on and get back to it. But yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant this
Great.
week.
Well, then we end the year on a very positive note. And yeah, no, as I said, I'm looking forward to see you in action and achieving that goal of 1100. And then I'm sure you'll set yourself a new goal.